Here's the Newfoundland Lynx, dockside and under arrest last week in Harbor Grace. When she arrived in port on July 19th, sheriffs boarded the vessel, released the next day, but only after Ocean Choice paid a release fee of $320,000 to the federal court. This is a story about two shrimp giants, Ocean Choice International and Newfound Resources. At the center of it all, what else? Money. This is an invoice from Newfound to Ocean Choice, nearly $500,000 plus HST. It's a bill for towing services. OCI needed help. Newfound Resources came to the rescue. According to court documents, the Lynx went dead in the water on January 30th while fishing for shrimp in ice-infested waters off the coast of Labrador. The Canadian Coast Guard was unable to respond. The closest vessel was the Newfoundland Victor, which catches shrimp for Newfound Resources. In a sworn affidavit to the court, Newfound CEO Mark Quinlan said he agreed to have the Victor tow the Lynx into Conception Bay, but at a price. A daily rate of $130,000 and a $75,000 fee to cover Newfound's lost fishing revenue, with the meter running from the time the Victor stopped fishing early on January 30th in order to respond to the Lynx distress call until the Lynx reached Conception Bay. Mark Quinlan wouldn't speak to me for this story, but he wrote in court documents that Ocean Choice leadership accepted the towing terms. But email exchanges reveal how those in charge at Ocean Choice pushed back against Quinlan. Fleet Director Peter Adams wrote, "We realize we are at your mercy and will accept what you end up charging us, but we do ask that you take another look at the numbers to see if there is anything else you can do to bring the cost down." Quinlan was firm in his response, writing, "We need to be paid fairly, and I thought my offer was fair." Quinlan said his terms were supported by our costs and economics, that his company paid a daily tow rate of $100,000 4 years ago to have the Victor rescued, when fuel prices and the market value for shrimp were much lower. He also called the tow request a big inconvenience for us. It took 4 days for the Victor to tow the Lynx into Conception Bay, releasing the Lynx from its tow line early morning on February 3rd. In what Newfound calls a goodwill gesture, it charged OCI for only 3 days of a 4-day job. Total bill, $467,700 plus HST. Mark Quinlan of Newfound Resources made repeated written and verbal requests for payment, but Ocean Choice refused to pay up. And on June 19th, Ocean Choice made a payment of $200,000 plus HST to Newfound, less than half of the invoice amount. With Ocean Choice refusing to make any more payments, Newfound took its case to the federal court, asserting what's called a maritime lien over the Lynx for the amount owing, nearly $270,000 plus HST. Mark Quinlan is not talking, but this man is. Martin Sullivan is accusing Newfound of trying to take advantage of the situation.
We feel that they're taking advantage of our circumstance and trying to charge us, almost 3 times what it should be. And that's what we believe is unfair.
Martin Sullivan says the Victor was nearly full of shrimp and was about to leave the fishing grounds anyway. He believes the Victor lost 1.6 days of fishing, not 4.
We offered to pay him $100,000 a day. That would have been $160,000. After I had the discussion, they were looking for close to $500,000 or close to $300,000 a day, and we thought that was very excessive.
Martin Sullivan says Ocean Choice is preparing for a legal battle. As for the obligation at sea for ships to come to one another's aid, Sullivan says this dispute won't change that. Terry Roberts, CBC News, St. John's.